Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. As promised, I said that I would talk about everything that helped me to survive during the COVID-19 situation, and this is not only emotionally or spiritually, but also financially, how I managed to stay afloat and stay above water. So today I'm going to talk about the technique, which I feel super nervous talking about. But without a doubt, this is definitely something that helped me to still be around. So yeah, today we're going to be talking about ancestors. So the first time that I came across information that had to do with ancestors, I was a bit skeptical because really anything that has to do with the dead is like a no-go for me normally. So any connection with the ancestors didn't seem like something that I wanted to get into, but listening to it more and what it meant and the things that it could do, I just decided, hey, you know what, I'm gonna get into this. Besides, like, I'm already a minority in the society, and some of the things that I dabble into are things that people are very super uncomfortable with, so I might as well start on this one too, because I have found that most of the stuff that seems to work is the stuff that we are afraid of, or the things that we've almost be told to stay away from, unless of course it's fire, then you should stay away from fire. But anything else is really for you to discover by yourself and make sense of it and decide if it's something that you want to venture into or you'd rather not. So for me, usually like in the beginning, before the whole country went into lockdown, I was just like playing it safe. I would light my candle on my ancestor altar. I would do my prayers there. I would have my lavender incense and just like feel good, like Zen good. But it's only when the anxiety started to kick in and everything felt so uncertain that I decided, you know what, I'm going to go all in and just see, because already I felt a lot of comfort being able to talk to the people that I consider my ancestors, and everyone like that I know has passed on, but who loved me and wished the best for me. Because really that's the only people that should be on your ancestor altar, are people that you are sure care about you, or cared about you when they're alive. These are the people that you want to put on your ancestor altar. If not, really, it's best not to put them there, because it puts a lot of energy on you that is negative, and that's definitely what you don't want on your altar. So yeah, when times went really bad for me, that's when I started to do more ancestral work. And then that's when I noticed that every time that I was on my altar, like every time that I was done with my altar work, things seemed to shift. And I know it's unbelievable, and some of you might say, oh, you know, it's like some psychoactive thing, like, you know how sometimes, which is actually mostly true, like there's some activities and practices that we may get into that make our minds feel like things are happening when they're not. That's also a thing, but I'm not talking about me feeling good or me feeling extra positive. I'm talking about real phone calls that would help me to pay my rent, help me to pay my bills. I'm talking about real things. I'm not talking about some Zen kind of feeling. I'm talking about real things shifting. And also working on my ancestor altar also sort of helped me to connect each and every practice that I had already been learning. It feels like everything is almost sort of knit together, and it would make more sense at the time when I needed it the most. Like for instance, I realized that the chakra that is not as active for me is my root chakra. And if you remember from the chakra video that I'm going to put the link right here, this is the chakra that has to deal with you feeling grounded in yourself, you feeling secure, you feeling stable. And of course, this is the chakra that has to do with money. And a lot of people's root chakra was like way over balanced and super low vibrating, because of the uncertainty that was around the world. And of course, that included me. So, of course, joining my ancestor work and my root chakra affirmations, which I would do every morning the second that I woke up. Like before, you know that moment when you wake up, but you're not quite up yet? That moment. Like you're awake and you know you're awake now, but you're not just about to like jump out. You're just going to lay there for a little while and kind of feel the warmth and listen to everything and remember who you are. That's like the time that I'm talking about. And this is the time that I would do my root chakra affirmations, and that would help me so much with the anxiety, because there's a certain time during the lockdown that I was starting to have panic attacks and from all the anxiety, and I wasn't feeling safe at all. I wasn't feeling secure, and I think this is for a lot of us, I think. So these are the techniques, like these are the two things that I know helped me to stay grounded. And the more that I also did my root chakra meditation and the affirmations, really things started shifting. And I know like some of you might be thinking, oh, it's in your mind, Ellen, and I mean, these practices are meant to help you condition your mind to feel good. This wasn't just about feeling good, guys. This was things shifting. I would get phone calls from people that some that I didn't know and some that I knew, but that had sort of set aside projects for a later time. And you know that within this lockdown, a later time sometimes just meant never. But all of these people that had sort of laid back some projects gave me calls, and I was getting work. And for some of you know that I'm a copywriter, so yeah, so this was like helping me out a lot, and it just changed everything. It really changed everything. So I don't know how, like what you believe in, and I don't know the stuff that works for you, but if you are, of course, interested in a video that is going to be talking about the root chakra and affirmations, how I did them specifically, like with details, then you should watch the video that I'm going to link right here. I'm yet to do that video, but by now, if you're watching this video, I've already done that video, and the link is right here. You can watch it there. And also, if you're interested in exactly how I was doing my ancestor altar, if you're thinking about setting up your own altar and what you're not sure where to begin, what should be on the altar, what it means to communicate with your ancestors and all of these things, then you should also watch this video that I'm going to link right here. This one's going to be a bit longer for the ancestor one because of so much detail and so much explanation that is involved in it, but I'm going to put the link right there if you're interested in that one, or if you're interested in both, then have fun with it. So yeah, I'm really excited to be sharing all of these things with you. It's information that I would have naturally felt uncomfortable talking about because of how people respond to some of these things. But this is my channel and I get to do whatever I want, and I've been getting a lot of feedback from you guys, and I think that's what made me feel okay talking about it, because already I have a lot of people that come on my WhatsApp mostly, and they want to talk about these things that I'm already talking about, and I think they're getting what they need from the advice that I gave them, because they seem happy about it. So if it were not for people reaching out to me when I wasn't making videos anymore, I probably wouldn't have made this particular video. But I hope that it's useful to some of you or all of you. I would love to hear about how things have been working out for you and what you have been doing to stay afloat, especially spiritually, because really, like, that time that I was going through where I was having the panic attacks was the worst time for me, because you literally feel like you're going to die, and you literally feel like you're going to run out of food and all of these things. But the practices that I did kept me afloat, and a lot of things have changed since my last video now that I look at it, and it's fantastic. Like I was telling you guys, now I have my own business and I'm no longer employed, but it's been going great. Usually it's like a downfall just after you quit your job, But this time for me, it meant something. And if you want to know about why I quit my job, actually what caused me to end up quitting my job, it's gonna be in the Ancestor video because it's connected to that. Yes. So, yes, see you in the next one. Bye.